Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. And excuse the glare, but it's morning, like I said. And this is the best place I could shoot from. Upstairs is just insane. And outside on the patio is far worse. Plus the chirpy little bastards are greeting everybody who passes by. So DM Beelzebub just did a really cool video on treasure maps. But forgot some of the cool stuff that would really entice you GMs out there, you dungeon masters, you crazy bastards who run games for other crazy bastards. Right off the bat, got to mention the good old-fashioned original Dungeon Master's Guide. Yeah, this one is beat. This one has been to, well, Hades and back. But check it out. Back in the day, when people used this book, instead of whatever they're using now. On page 120 of the Dungeon Master's Guide, treasure, the very first thing that a Dungeon Master is taught about treasure, besides, the conversion of gold to XP, is treasure maps. When you randomly roll up treasure, the first thing you are suggested to do is roll on this handy-dandy little chart, number 1. Map or magic determination. Roll percent on 01 to 010. It's a map. Oh my gosh. 11 through double aught is magic item table 3. Okay, so you want to throw some treasure out for your players. Roll your percentile on 10 or less. Oh, no, they didn't find anything except a piece of paper, or maybe it's a clay tablet or a piece of bark or skin of some sort, or whatever medium you want to put the map on. I highly recommend making it paper. Just throw in that added little danger that can go up in a puff of smoke. It could get water damaged and now you can't read it. Do one more little stick it in there to them, right? Or if you're kinder and want them to get to the treasure because that's the adventure you've got planned, or at least that's the hook you've got planned, throw out a treasure map. Now, what's next? Well, then you roll on the next table on a 0, 1 to 5. It's a false map. Red herring, as GM Beelzebub said. There's your chance, okay? You want it to be a complete waste of time, but yet at the same time, maybe there's something along the way that you'd really like them to find, some clue or maybe another freaking map. There you go. But then on a 06 to 70, it's a map to monetary treasure. Just cold hard cash. Not bad. Who doesn't want to just dig up buried treasure? I mean, there are people today who still do that as their career. They go out and look for Jesse James's lost gold or things like that. Then on a 71 to 90, it's a map to magical treasure. Okay, maybe it's that MacGuffin that they need to beat the Lich or something like that. No, this is not to my players. Or something like that. Okay, cool. There's your map to your holy sword or some such thing. Okay. Or maybe it's just a map to an unknown pile of magical gadgetry, which we will get to in just a second. And then on 91 to double aught, that's the cha-ching. That's the map to a combined horde. That's my favorite. I'd prefer to throw a little coin in there with a couple of magic items. You guys have, you've earned a little bit of a reward. Here you go. Then there's some suggested tables on where the treasure can be found if you don't already have an idea where you want it to go. From a labyrinth of caves found in the lair, outdoors 5 to 8 miles away, outdoors 10 to 40 miles away, outdoors 50 to 500 miles away. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Better get your boat and your water wings because we're going on a trip, folks. Treasure on the map shown is buried and unguarded. Yeah, right. That's never going to happen. Hidden in water? Sure, why not? Make them use those water-breathing spells and potions and apparatus of Kowalish or what have you. Awesome. Guarded in a lair? Well, duh. Of course it's going to be guarded. Somewhere in a ruins? Sure. But it's also going to be guarded in a lair. Just saying. Or buried in a crypt? Guarded in a lair. Or secreted in a town? Nah, we're not doing that. If it's secreted in a town, someone's found it. Just say it. Elaborate as you see fit for containment, concealment, or trapping. Refer to the tables. More tables in the Dungeon Master's Guide, back in the appendices, I believe. Note that relatively low value treasure will not be well guarded as those of great value. Yeah, right. It could be 8 copper pieces. It's going to be guarded by a freaking fire-breathing hydra. Just saying. Monetary treasure. Now, it ranges from 20 to 80,000 copper pieces, which is about, what, 5 gold? So why bother? Nobody's going to do that. Okay, and a bunch of silver pieces. Pshaw, come on. Your players have earned that just by showing up to the table. Not necessarily, but you know what I mean. Don't be a skinflint. If you're going to hand out treasure, make it something that they're going to want to talk about. To other people, other players, their folks at home. They get done with the game. Oh my God, what happened, honey? Oh, we found something like 100 gems, or 5 to 50 pieces of jewelry, or 2,000 platinum. That's worth yippying about, especially at lower levels. But then you can go and roll twice, or if they roll to 20, can you believe this? It's each monetary item from above. Holy crap. Up to 80,000 copper, 50,000 silver, up to 30,000 electrum, 18,000 gold, 2,000 platinum, 100 gems, and 50 pieces of jewelry. And guys, don't discount jewelry. Jewelry is one of the greatest pieces of treasure they could ever find. It could have something hidden in it. It could be a poison ring. It could have another map hidden in it. It could have a clue. It could have some sort of puzzle solution engraved in it, or it could be a key to something, or it could be a signet ring that'll allow them to get him into that eyes wide shut, meeting of the cultists kind of thing. Without that ring, you can't get in. All kinds of things. Then when they off it, they sell it and they're like, oh no, we got to go buy it back, and then now they've got to go on some, wild goose chase to outbid some so-and-so or do something to get it back. Don't discount your jewelry and treasure like that. It could always be a hook for a whole nother wild goose chase or epic adventure. Okay, then we get the magic treasure. 1 to 5, any item rolled on the magic table, plus 4 potions. Not bad. It's going to be hard to, figure out who gets that item unless it's like the bow of so and so for your archer or your ranger, or the holy sword. But I would, if you're going to pull something like that, definitely let them know kind of beforehand what they're going after. If you're going to just do that, because otherwise they're going to get there and oh, we should sell the holy sword. Well, what? No, you're not doing that. So we can divide up the value. No, you're going to help your buddy out, because maybe later on down the road it'll be your turn. Any 2 items rolled on the table. Okay, a sword, armor, or shield. 1 miscellaneous weapon. That's 3 fighterly items. Maybe it's 1 for each of your fighters. So and so gets the shield, somebody gets the armor, and somebody gets the miscellaneous weapon. Or maybe the cleric. Not bad, but it's a little on the low side, even though it's right there in the middle. Any 3 items, no sword or potions. Okay, that could be very important, especially if it's all 3 items are part of your ongoing quest, and they absolutely need these 3 items. Okay, pretty fair. Any 6 potions and any 6 scrolls. Again, the word skinflint comes to mind, unless the scrolls are the spells that the wizards need to get to the next plateau of your adventure idea. 6 potions. Probably want to make them all healing potions, or it's a bunch of water breathing potions, or something like that. If it's necessary items to get to the next stage of the adventure. Okay, I can see it. Players aren't going to be thrilled about having to go to hell and back to find these items, but at the same time, You know, if it's a potion of life or longevity potions or treasure finding potion, why the heck not? You know, last but second to last is any 4 items. One is a ring, one is a rod. Now you're getting into the, you know, the high value items. All the rods right off the bat are epic items. You throw out a rod of lordly might into your player's, you know, arsenal. That's all a fighter will need, you know, unless he's an archer or a paladin. That one item, rod of lordly might, epic item. Then the last one is any 5 items. One is a rod, one is a miscellaneous magic item. That's it right there. 5 items. That's like something for everybody in the party. You are loving life. Then we get to the combined horde, 1 to 2 on a it's a percentile die roll. Sorry, on a 1 to 20, it's 1 to 2. It basically it's the items listed on the roll of 1 to 2 for the monetary and 1 to 5 for the magic. 6 to 40, 21 to 40%, another 20% chance. The items listed at 6 to 10 monetary and 1 to 5 magic. 1 to 5 magic is 1 item for plus 4 potions. These are, you know, decent finds. What you'd almost expect to find in like maybe an owl bear nest or a wyvern nest or something like that. Then a little further up, you get to in the mid range, like 56 to 65, 1 to 2, 3 to 5, and 6 to 8, 6 to 10 monetary. That's all the way up to, you know, 10,000 gold plus everything below, and 9 to 12 and 13 to 14 magic, which is an armor, a sword, a weapon, and 3 more items, no sword or potions. Okay, so like 6 items. That's not bad. All the way a little further down the road, you get to 81 to 85 is the max monetary, which is everything on the list, and another treasure map to 1 to 5 magic treasure, blah blah blah. And if you roll the absolute jackpot, it's mapped to 11 to 12 and 13 to 15 monetary treasure plus 15 to 18 magic treasure, 20 magic treasure on hand, which is 5 items right there: a rod, a miscellaneous magic item, and a treasure map to 6 potions, 6 scrolls, and everything on the monetary list. Okay, rare occurrences for some of this stuff, but anything, you know, under the 50 percentile mark is a small horde, not smog, you know, style horde. Excuse me, folks. I didn't want to sneeze on camera, but I've done it before. I'll do it again. I'll do it again if you're not careful. That was our friend Alex. But there you have it, folks. And, you know, everything Beelzebub said is absolutely correct. But, you know, getting to the nitty gritty, what's actually listed in the book as suggestions is a absolute godsend to you know, be able to not overdo it, not underdo it. You know what I mean? So that when they finally get there, it's worth their, you know, their time at your table. But, you know, not making it, you know, too Monty Hall, which that's my job, so you guys knock it off. And not make it too chintzy. That's just about everybody else's job, apparently, these days. Keeping it low, keeping them poor. That's awful game mastering. If that's your goal, let me know beforehand so I never show up at your table. My time is too valuable to be, you know, kept poor. I've already got the government trying to do that, so don't you know they hate competition, so knock it off. But that being said, I definitely am going to go out and grab some parchment paper this weekend, hopefully, and start drawing up some treasure maps, start handing them out, even though I can't hand them out literally. Maybe I'll put a stamp and an envelope and mail them out to my players so they can, you know, get it in person, because I'm only playing online these days. But, you know, like Beelzebub said, maybe get some digital tools out there, make up the treasure maps. Trust me, it'll be one of the best adventures of their lifetime, going after, something that they know what they're doing. They've got a clear goal in mind, and they know what's at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. And if you don't already have one, find yourself a copy of this. This is the best role-playing game aid ever written for fantasy role-playing, and usable in most of your other games, just because some of the advice. And don't listen to the bullshit out there where it's too hard and too complicated. If you, as a grown-ass man or woman, can't read this and understand what's going on, don't believe the bullshit about it's unorganized. No, it's organized perfectly. The first couple of scores of pages are the things that he thought was necessary right off the bat. Once you get to the charts and combat, which is roughly page 75, everything is organized perfectly with the point system, item 1.5, etc. Everything in this book is absolutely crucial to being a great DM. Go out and get yourself some parchment paper. Go out and get yourself a Dungeon Master's Guide. Go out and give your players the best adventure you can. That's what I got for you today. Thanks, Bubba, for lighting a fire under my ass to get this information out, because you just didn't kind of boil it down with the numbers and stuff. Right here, the way to go about it, the formula that I would always use to decide what they're going to get, what they're going to find, where they're going to find it. It's invaluable to newbies who don't, have all that stuff, locked up here as a permanent record of what to do. And literally every time you want to throw a treasure out there, think about it. Would it be better to throw out a map? Not give them a damn coin, just give them a scrap of paper and go, here's your treasure. What? The look on their faces might be worth it, might not, but either way, it's going to lead to an epic adventure. I will see you guys in a little while, because I got another show to do with Justin and the gang. Hopefully, Hungar, if you're out there, I found it again. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Have a great day. It is Friday after all, and you know what that means. Time to do some gaming. Talk to you later, guys. Happy trails.